Wake up early, work out every single day. Meditate, plan everything you can, read as much as possible, take lessons, learn languages, get out of your comfort zone. Still wondering why it doesn't work for you? But do you really need that much to do? Let's be honest, all these habits sound so great, and you want to be that person so bad that you lose sight of what you really need to develop as a habit. The habit that will put you in a better mood. The habit that you will enjoy one way or another. If you think you can't develop all these habits that you want at easy, my name is Anastasia and I'm here to help you to figure this out and to prove you can. Before we will start, I want to tell you this is my first video in English and I'm a little nervous. As you can hear due to my accent, this is not my native or regular language, so I'm sorry in advance for my future mistakes. First things first, what's wrong with your habits that you have already have? Research shows that about 40% of our life we fill with activities that are repeated daily in similar situations. Many of them we are using instinctively. We don't think about how to brush our teeth, how to take shower, or how to drive a car. In other words, habits and rituals exist in our life whether we like them or not. This is how our brains work. It learns certain connections between situations and our response to these situations. For example, when we go into the cinema situation, we often eat in popcorn. Action. Over time, this connection becomes so deep that watching a movie without a popcorn becomes incomplete. Our brain doesn't really care about this habit, whether it's good habit or bad one. It's just a response, we do it instinctively. So we can focus on other important thing right now, in short term, and not think about all this process that we are doing at the same time. Between the two reactions, our brain will choose more simple and more pleasant one. The good news is that we can direct our brain to learn a new connections, new habits, or replace a bad habits if it's needed, between situations and desired actions. For example, we can start learning a foreign language only for 15 minutes a day, every single day at the same time. Soon, your brain will so used to these actions that it will miss it if you suddenly will stop learning. And how to significantly increase your chance that you will not quit, I will talk about this later in this video. So now, when we know how exactly habits come to our life, you should ask yourself first and make sure about the answer. How this or another habit will improve your life. Do you really need to wake up early if you are going to sleep late at night because of your work, children? All I want to say that if one thing is good or even great for some people, it doesn't seem as good for everyone. You should always try on yourself if it's good for you, if this instinctive reaction will help to manage your life for the better. Because if it's not, it will only exhaust you. It can damage you physically or mentally. So in this case, instead of waking up early, maybe you should think about how you can optimize your actions to finish things more quickly. Or maybe you can delegate some things to have an extra time that you need. And please, don't try to adopt some habits at one time, at least not in one sphere, because the new connections, new habits take time. If you will try, you will barely recognize your life and want to quit soon. These cause stress for organism, but our goal to implement new habits as easy and imperceptibly as possible to make sure it will work long term. Once you have decided which habits you want to implement, let me tell you about some tricks. Using this information, you can make it more easy to follow, and it means more easy and likely for your mind to accept. Most of these habits were taken from the book Atomic Habits by James Clear, which I highly recommend to read. But also, some of them we are already using unconsciously. We just gotta turn them in the right direction. Only by experience and a lot of attempt you can find the right direction. If your habits to eat more healthy, but you don't like vegetables or chicken, you can eat fish. You can make tasty smoothies, and of course research for new recipes. I'm sure you can find something tasty for you. If you habit to walk more steps daily or start running, park your car far from you, get changed at the work, get off the bus a few stops early, or buy a dog, make a new friend if it's what you need. Let your new habits become natural in your life and to be a part of it. But don't forget, only subtle shifts. Don't try to do your best at first week and give up the next week because you are already exhausted. Another good thing that will not let you quit is implement your new habit right before using old pleasant habit. That will make your desire of soon enjoyment, to do things in a better mood and in pleasant thoughts. For example, to make a cozy atmosphere around and just to relax after a language lessons. It will bring you an extra motivation to do new habits, and these complex of actions become a new, big, strong habit soon. The next way to bring you some motivation is your results. Yes, even if it's small. It means you're already on the right way, you already did the hardest part. You have started. It will get only better next. So don't forget to capture your results time to time. Promise this small thing will lead you to success. And when you are marking days on your calendar or maybe diary, most likely you will not interrupt the chain of your successful days and do your best to keep it up. Write down the reasons why you started and keep them on a visible place or set as a wallpaper for your phone. Thus, you will always keep in mind why to give up is not the case. And the last thing that will make your motivation high is to find the motivation outside. Watch documentary about your new habit. Search information how it helps people, their cases and results. There is no better feelings as to know that you're in a one boat and you're not alone in this. Hope my advices were useful for you and you will choose your new habits wisely. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and we'll see you next time.